Interesting facts about Thomas Paine. One of America's founding fathers was Thomas Paine, an Englishman by birth. Most people who knew him would not have expected him to accomplish many of the things that he actually did, because of the failures and disappointments that marred his early life. Here are some fascinating details about Thomas Paine that you may not have known. He was a flunky. Thomas Paine failed to graduate from Thetford Grammar School in England when he was 12 years old. Before it was cool, he was a radical. The Case of the Officers of Excise, Thomas Paine's justification for an increase in officers' pay, was published in 1772 when he was 35 years old. Although it wasn't taken seriously at the time, it is regarded as his first significant writing and demonstrates his desire to defend the rights of others. He wasn't fluent in French. But he actively participated in the French Revolution in the 1790s and defended their right to rebel. In 1792, he was also chosen to serve in the French National Convention. He created Common Sense for Everyone. Thomas Paine continued writing Common Sense, the first work of its kind to use straightforward language that the colonists could easily understand, after experiencing numerous failures in his career. Common Sense was published in 1776. The American Revolution was sparked by the common sense that led the populace to rebel against British rule. He was shunned because of his religious beliefs. Although he was admired for his writings and his lofty ideals of world peace and social security for the elderly and poor, many of his friends abandoned him in his later years because of his radical views on religion. His book The Age of Reason was anti-church. He was convinced to immigrate to America by Benjamin Franklin. Paine met Benjamin Franklin in London in 1774, and then later encouraged him to relocate to Philadelphia. He was held captive in France. Despite having backed their revolution, he was detained in France when he objected to Louis XVI's execution. When he died, only 6 individuals showed up to pay their respects. Thomas Paine passed away by himself in New York City on June 8, 1809, despite making significant contributions to the American Revolution and society at large. Only 6 people, half of whom were former slaves, attended his funeral. In death, people valued him more than they did in life. The general consensus of the man who had given society so many revolutionary, passionate works, including African Slavery in America, American Crisis, The Age of Reason, and Rights of Man, was summarized in a line from his obituary: "He had lived long, done some good and much harm." Thanks for watching. Subscribe for future videos.